Welcome everyone to Retro Game Treasure Tuesday. And as always, we'll be using our highly advanced grading system to see just how good this month's box really is. So I don't think we got a bonus item this month, or maybe I misplaced it, so let's get right to the first game. Let's check out Top Gun: The Second Mission on the NES. A sequel to an NES game based on a movie that didn't get a sequel until almost 40 years later. Yeah, it's one of those games. I do remember playing the original NES game back in the day, not because I enjoyed it, but as most of you know, when you only had a select few games to pick from, you made the best out of the situation. This game seems more or less the same, meaning I didn't accomplish anything. Hell, I didn't even get past the first stage boss, so I'm not even sure if you still have to land the plane after finishing a mission. As I've said before, I'm just not a fan of these types of games. I'd much rather play a vertical or horizontal shooter any day. Yeah, I guess I'll give it a C. Next up, we got Williams Arcade's Greatest Hits on the Super Nintendo. Hey, I'm always down for some arcade goodness at home. I can safely say, though, this isn't my favorite collection of games. There's no doubt better compilations out there, but that doesn't mean I didn't have some fun. Defender is alright. Not my favorite, but I'd rather be playing this than Top Gun. Defender 2 is more or less the same as Defender. Joust is definitely not a game I'd wait in line to play at a convention. Seriously, I suck at this game. Sinistar can only be described as playing asteroids while having a panic attack. Robotron, though, is no doubt one of the wife and I's favorite arcade games. I've mentioned this before, but oftentimes there's never anyone playing this game at the conventions we go to, so we often find ourselves coming back to it over and over again. It plays okay here. The controls take a bit to get used to, but it's playable. There's also some difficulty options you can pick from in each game, which is nice. But overall, it's the closest we could get to arcade at home at the time. I'm gonna give this game a B. Last up, we got TMNT Tournament Fighters on the Sega Genesis. Surprisingly, I never played this game as a kid. Hell, I didn't even know of its existence until I started collecting. Matter of fact, I totally forgot I owned the Super Nintendo version. Ah, the Turtles. No doubt one of the greatest and yet dumbest ideas to come out of the 80s. Seriously, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's almost as stupid as a Speedy Blue Hedgehog, or a gorilla named Donkey, or a possum with a superiority complex.
I'm awesome!
Anyway, it's a fighting game. I'll be honest, I typically suck at fighting games. Well, against the computer at least. But we all know the computer cheats no matter the difficulty, right? I believe I've heard the Genesis version is not the best version of this game. Even though I own the Super Nintendo version, I didn't really have time to compare the two. I do kinda wish I owned the NES version though. You do have a nice selection of characters to pick from. Also, I did kinda like the stage designs, although I'm not entirely sure what's happening in this game. I guess the turtles are traveling through space, but who cares? Anyway, it seems kinda basic for a fighting game. I couldn't really figure out any of the special moves, and even when I thought I did figure something out, apparently I was wrong. Of course, the computer doesn't seem to have any problems. I would have loved to have played more of this game. However, I could not for the life of me get past Raph on Fight 3, even on the easiest difficulty. Seriously, he just blocked every single attack. And of course, no matter how hard I tried, I could barely block anything. At least I had the chance to play as all the turtles, although I didn't really notice a big difference in the gameplay, so it's hard for me to say which one was my favorite. When it comes to fighting games, it's more about the multiplayer for me. And I could definitely have seen me and some friends back in the day playing the hell out of this. I can even see the wife and I today having a good time with it. But like other fighting games where the computer cheats all the time, as long as the multiplayer is fun, it's forgivable. I'm gonna give this game a B. Anyway guys, that gives us a rounded up score of B. Can't be too upset there. Thanks again for watching guys, you know what to do, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you again next time.